Previously on Survivor Branford. Season 6 began with 14 players divided into two tribes, Phoenix and Dragonfly. At the immunity challenge, Lisa struggled, but Phoenix was able to catch and pass Dragonfly in winning the challenge. At Phoenix, Mare aligned with the girls, while Mark aligned with the guys, in addition to having a secret alliance with each other to sit atop the power structure. With Dragonfly facing Tribal Council, Eddie and Jake outcasted themselves by spending too much time looking for the clue to the hidden immunity idol. But it was the three returning players who rallied the tribe against Kylie to create the least amount of waves, as no one was able to make a strong connection with her. 13 are left. Who will be voted out tonight?
My strategy in previous years has been one based on loyalty and being as upfront and as truthful as I possibly can be. And it's worked out well to get me to the final three, but it hasn't allowed me to clinch the win. The big change that I think I'm going to need to make this year is to make at least one big move. And that involves either making an alliance with someone who I might not apparently be making one with, or breaking an alliance to get me further ahead. I have told Mare that I have the clue, and I've showed it to her. I don't know what it means. She didn't understand the whole thing either, but that alliance is very strong.
So Mark told me he has the clue. He showed it to me in the garage, and we read it together, and he's like, if we find an idol, we'll keep it together. And I'm willing to be loyal to that. I have no idea what the clue means. It says, have you seen me, the 8603? Add me up together and you're feeling fine. Something about right's right and then right's wrong. So I think like first take a right, then take a left, and then look for the Phoenix. So I'm really stuck on the 8603. I have no idea what it means, but I'm glad that Mark shared this clue with me because that reaffirms my belief that we have a tight alliance that's still on the DL. Yeah. He's a good player. So
I'm afraid of Mark Spong. Mark Spong is a genius. I've been able to work with him for a little bit. He's athletic, he's brilliant. Just listening to him talk about the past, he clearly knows what he's doing. And I'm just nervous because I feel like you can't trust someone like that in a game like this, because you know they're aiming for that top spot and they'll do anything to get there. Mark, I'm coming for you.
And we hope that they flip ours the first time.
Yeah. So who's our strongest runner? Who's going to go first?
It's just like the first circle.
I'm not
you guys will
I'm
look
good
at
at
that
short
one
sprints,
go
but
up.
it's so high.
It's like
We have to run basically first, and then you usually run to the one that they went to. You can choose whatever one you want.
Yeah, I don't mind going. Like, I can be the second guy to go. I don't mind going.
yeah. Brandon versus Eddie, round one. Ready? Go.
Go, Brandon! Go, Eddie!
He's quick.
This is gonna keep going. You got it. You got it. You got it. Let's go, Eddie.
Go, 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 go!
Come on, Eddie.
Whoa.
Okay.
No.
we're good.
All right, Dragonfly.
Yes.
First point.
Good job.
Go, Mare. Woo! Come on, Team Phoenix. Do it, Mare.
Up, up, up.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
You got it, Kim. You got it, Kim.
You got it, Kim.
There we go. Keep it up.
Good flipping technique.
All right. Good strategy. Up, Kim. Up. Good strategy. Good flip. You got it, Kim. You got it, Kim. There you go. You got it, Kim.
Kim misses the flip.
Get it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Woo!
You guys like easy. Easy money.
Oh, it doesn't have it yet.
Go back now.
Go, Jake! Oh, Steve just barely gets it over in time. It might take only one more. Dragonfly! That's the very last second.
Good job.
All right, 2 points for Dragonfly, and we have Angela versus Lisa. Ready? Go.
Let's go, Angela.
Angela accidentally flips both. Going to cost a little time to correct that.
We just talked about this.
Nice job. Slow and steady. You got it.
Go, Angela.
Lisa goes down.
Just one more. You're almost there. You got it on the
She got it. Angela takes the point. So we have Joe for Dragonfly, Peter for Phoenix. Ready? Go.
Go, Joe.
Peter too fast, misses the flip.
Got it.
Right, that's it. Joe got a clean sweep there. Dragonfly gets the point, and Dragonfly wins immunity.
It's great that we won that last challenge. We won it pretty easily, which was nice. For right now, I feel somewhat strongly about an alliance between me, Dennis, Angela, and Kim. Eddie at least admitted to me that he and Jake have an alliance. I think I could get in with them. At this point, I don't know if I want to make that move.
Dude, I'm not even kidding. Like, it's never happened to me before. My thighs just stopped working, so I just fell on the ground and they fell on my face. Are you grouping up with anybody? You think there's anything forming? Or
I don't know.
if we face another challenge and we lose, I'm not sure who it's going to be. I don't know. I'm not leaning in any direction, but now it's like time to pick a side because if you have feet in both doors, both places, you're going to be the one to go out.
So I feel pretty good about where I stand in the game now. Winning that last challenge was huge to keep our tribe together, and we don't have to get rid of anyone yet. But I also like that don't necessarily have to show my cards yet and where they stand exactly. I do think that Angela, Joe, and I and Kim are all on the same page with Eddie and Jake being a bit on the outside. The farther we go without having to vote people out, it leaves options open. Hopefully we'll keep on winning the challenges, but definitely starting to think ahead to if we lose the next one, what do we want to do?
Feeling cornered? Don't. This will help get things back right. Worried about being spotted? Don't. This will turn things on their head all right. It's broken.
I was down in the basement with Eddie, and I saw him like zipping back up one of the pillows, and it looked like there was like a brown tag inside one of the pillows. I think Eddie may have found the clue to the idol.
I think we should stay close.
All right, I agree.
I wouldn't mind
Going beyond that.
turning on that later.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel
think
about that.
Sounds like a good plan.
I feel like things are going well so far. We have
a 4-person alliance with me, Dennis, Joe, and Kim. I talked to Kim about kind of sticking close together and maybe, you know, us two being a little bit closer than the 4, because I think she felt a little bit on the outs about the 4. The other 2 guys I need to talk to more and make sure that, like, they're not plotting anything on this side. I haven't talked to them really about what they're thinking for the next boat yet, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully we just don't have to go to tribal anymore.
The few conversations we had so far, it seems like Lisa and Peter are the front runners. I could not agree more. I think both for physical challenges aren't that great. I think we spoke about Peter wasn't really bonding with us quite as much as we'd like. In the event he were to flop teams, you know, he'd probably betray us. So I'm comfortable with either of those 2.
Like, I think we just have to kind of rally people around Lisa. I mean, she's going to struggle the most in the challenges.
Our team just got wrecked in that physical challenge. It wasn't even close.
Yeah, we need to improve on that.
And so in order to keep us all alive as long as possible until the merger, we need to get rid of the non-athletic people.
Yeah.
I think it's got to be Lisa.
Yeah, I was thinking either her or Peter. Do you guys have an alliance with Peter? Like, is he aligned with anyone?
I think Peter's going to do better in challenges. I think I'd rather get Lisa
Yeah?
out.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
What's your argument for Peter?
My argument for Peter is that I think he doesn't have any relationships built, so he's kind of a wild card. The longer we keep him around, if he's not going to bond with us, so he might bond with them, if things swap around. I just think it's a little unknown, and I don't think he's a huge help in the challenges where I'm like, oh, we got to keep him around. Whereas Lisa, I feel like she's built some more relationships. I feel like she's a little bit more loyal to the team.
I'm of the mind that both are great choices. I'll side with whatever the popular vote is, though. Okay. I think if we split up, it's not good.
Yeah, we shouldn't.
So
I'd rather bring up Peter. But we're
You put me in a terrible situation because if I go with the girls, I stand up like a sore thumb.
So do we go Lisa then? I know, I hate to say it, because I like Lisa.
It's really hard.
I know.
Like, I know my name's been said. I feel like I'm trying to, like, build relationships with people.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily think that, like, the next challenge or the next few challenges are going to be physical.
That's the thing. Like, there's going to be a balance.
Yeah.
And I'm strong in other ways.
You have much stronger relationships than Peter, for example.
I was kind of thinking Peter, too, because it feels like he's maybe not trying to build relationships.
I just talked to him. He didn't have much to... Like, he wasn't, like, fighting for himself. I know I'm on the chopping block, like, for sure. Right now, I'm a little bit nervous. I feel like I have rallied enough people to my side in terms of voting that I will have the majority. So right now, I'm going to vote for Peter. And I don't know. I'm hoping that's the way everybody else goes. I hope they've been honest with me. But I know that I'm on the chopping block for sure, so.
Relationships.
I am, but I also would.
Yeah.
So spread that word.
It makes sense for Melissa and I to keep her around. If we have best interests, we want to stay together, and if we really need to that puts us at a disadvantage.
Right.
We don't have your best interests at heart.
Yeah.
We want to be around.
Well, I appreciate that. Mayor suggested a girls' alliance. I really hope that that's real and not a bluff.
We were talking about Lisa.
I think that's the obvious choice.
Challenge-wise.
Yeah, just because physical challenges.
Right, especially like right now as a team, we need to win those challenges as a team.
Yeah.
I'm on board if that's what you guys decide. I think it makes sense to go with Lisa, but I think between us two, we should like watch out for ourselves in more like longer term.
Yeah.
Next couple of rounds.
At some point, we're going to have to make a move against one of the veterans.
Right.
Because I feel like they have a naturally strong connection.
I'm glad I talked to you because I feel like we may not be the most physically strong player here, but we think more like logically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know just like how you think about how the other players, their composition and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I think everyone on board to get rid of Lisa next time.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I was talking with Melissa. I think she's very smart. I talked with her, and I think we kind of have a plan together. So I was thinking maybe like the 3 of us can, like try to stay together a little bit.
So I started by chatting with Mare, and we talked about keeping Lisa, even though maybe she's a slightly weaker player, to get out Peter, because Peter is not like trying as hard to form alliances. But then I talked to Peter, and Peter's like, I think we should get out Lisa, and like the 2 of us should move forward in the game together, because we're both rookies, so we're gonna have the problem of taking on the veterans in the future. I'm not sure.
I've been advocating for you, honestly, but I want to tell you.
I appreciate that. I really want to be here. Like, I don't know. I love Peter.
Oh, I want to be clear. I'm trying to be honest. When I said advocating for you, I meant I've been advocating to vote you out. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
to vote me out. Okay,
That's what
so
I'm
you're
saying.
voting me out. So
I'm being
that's
totally.
your-
I'm just being.
Okay,
I
you're
would be
being
open about
transparent.
it.
You're being transparent.
But you know, it seems like it's there's an argument for you and an argument for Peter.
I think it's a risky move not to get Lisa out now.
Yeah.
Because of the next challenge, and I'm worried about not winning the next challenge and having to go through this again.
Like, I'd like to keep her around, but that's just me being a Hufflepuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm really torn.
Phoenix Tribe, welcome to Tribal Council. You know, this is a place that you shouldn't want to be, so hopefully that's the sentiment among the group. So Mark, I see you have your head in your hands, looking a bit disappointed right now. What's on your mind?
I hate voting people out. It hurts me to the bottom of my soul.
Have you ever in your experience playing Survivor been looking forward to voting someone out?
I don't think so, actually. No.
Lisa, have you found yourself being able to separate the human element from the strategic side in voting people out of this game? Kind of like that it's not personal?
I think it helped that I watched a past season so that I could kind of get used to the idea of voting someone out, but
I'm still not comfortable with it, and I always have had a hard time blurring those lines, I guess.
Melissa, up until this point, you could be saying anything you want to everybody else, they could be saying anything they want to you, but now is really when it becomes tested. So,
right.
In this first vote, do you expect to be surprised, or do you think you're pretty well in and you know exactly what's happening?
I feel like anything can happen at any moment. I feel pretty strongly with the people that I've talked to that I can trust them at this point in the game, but the next vote is a totally different game. Who knows?
So as I'm looking at this group, I see everyone leaning forward and engaged, and then we have Steve kind of sitting back. Steve, are you so relaxed it doesn't even matter what happens this time? You know exactly what's going down, or is it more the opposite in that you don't feel a part of this group right now?
Ooh, that's quite the accusation.
Just a question.
I think I'm in a naturally relaxed state. It's better to keep my blood pressure low. There's hopefully many tribal councils to come from me in this game.
Peter, do you hope to be at many tribal councils in this game?
Well, I think everyone come here takes the game seriously, and we're here to have fun, but in the end, everyone wants to win the game. So I do take it seriously, and I hope I'll last a long time in this game.
And Brandon, have you learned anything about the game or even about yourself in these first few hours?
It's a tricky game, and I don't know, I just hope that I've put enough effort forward to show that I'm valuable to the team in future challenges. I hope this isn't the last tribal council for me. I don't want to be at more necessarily, but I don't want to be out. And I mean, that's all I can really say.
Mayor, a big topic here is always going to be the clue to the hidden immunity idol itself. What's going on with that from your eyes?
Someone has to have found the clue, because we all tore apart the first floor and did not find it. So someone must have it, but I don't think anyone has the idol yet. And for the record, I did not find the clue.
Oh, it's right there.
Can you imagine? Oh my god.
Before we get to the first vote, would anyone like to say anything to the group?
I was the only one that scored a point last challenge, so.
Okay, good argument maybe for keeping Mayor. Anyone else? Okay, it's time to vote, and Lisa, you're up first.
You've been awesome, but it seems to be the way things are unfolding, and I gotta save myself. Sorry, Peter.
I know everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, but just from this point, at this stage in the game, I think this vote makes sense. Sorry.
If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Peter. Lisa. One vote, Lisa. Peter. 2 votes, Peter. Peter. That's 3 votes, Peter. Second person voted out of Survivor Branford. Peter. Peter, that's 4. That's enough. You need to bring me your torch. Peter, try to still okay. Time for you to go.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
I guess I was just a little bit surprised. Like, everyone I talked to seemed to have a pretty unanimous plan of voting Elisa. I guess there's always a second round of talk, the third round of talk where that might have changed course. I guess what I learned is maybe I should need to talk to people a little bit more and be a little bit more active and form alliances, try to talk to people instead of just waiting for some people to come to me with telling me what their plan is. But yeah, I mean, no hard feelings. Everyone's playing it for the win.